So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here, a clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. This is Peter Drury, and I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his expertise.
Hi Peter, it's great to be here.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. So things are underway. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Now it's Mbappe. Now it's Zico. Threads one in. Oh, that's wonderful alertness.
Well, a few of his teammates are quite furious with him as they felt they were within reach, but he made nothing of it. His boss doesn't look too amused either.
Now it's Mbappe. And that's a simple one for the keeper. Just eases him off the ball. And here's Zico. Zanetti gets over and intercepts. And it's Zico. Good effort from distance. He's a sharp little ball here. Thuram getting this one clear. Passes short and sharp. Stojkovic. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That was well played. Well stopped.
Now it's Pele. And here's Hullet. Oh, he's seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense. Barcelona yet to have an attempt on goal. Now it's Stojkovic. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Aubameyang showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Bale in acres of space out wide. Now it's Hullet. McAllister. And it's Stojkovic. And here's Zico. Zico. Goes for goal! I'll be a bit disappointed with that.
Well, that was certainly bold, Peter. He's never short on confidence.
And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Vieira, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man.
He had a chance to offload that left, so I think he's going to have to swallow his medicine on this one.
The ball swung in. That should be the goalkeeper's, and it is. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Gnabry. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Looking for the big chance! Goal! Barcelona! And there is your opener. Speed of thought, efficiency of movement, and certainty of outcome.
Yeah, it's mystifying that a player of his talent was...
Oh, he's having a go! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Zico really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
FC Nassaf with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Zico plays it short. McAllister has got himself a free kick. Well, you might think he got off lightly, it is just a verbal warning. Zico is eyeing up his options in the middle.
Yeah, plenty of jostling in that box, they just need a good delivery.
And he's taking no chances there. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. And he's managed to get free. Cross deflected over the goal line for a corner. They've played it short. And here's Messi. And now they can spring out of defence. He's on it. And it's Aubameyang. And Aubameyang! And he has kicked it out somehow.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Just past the 40th minute mark. Messi, a player who needs no introduction. Pelé.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. McAllister. Now this could be a chance. He's gone for goal! Oh, that was wicked, a truly wicked effort.
Yeah, I mean, I guess he tried...
He's given it away.
2 added minutes has been
Oh, this
indicated.
looks sharp. Distributed tidily. Can he get it through? And this is Hullet. That's gone all the way through to the keeper. Well, that pass surprised everyone, and not in a good way. Driving through the middle. McAllister. That's really well cleared. And that brings the first half to a close. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking.
This is a
Barcelona go in at half-time with a 1-0 lead.
Green backpack.
There's plenty of positives to take despite the lead being so small, Peter. I think playing well, good energy, a little more composure up front perhaps. That's not too much to ask.
Barcelona with the game's only breakthrough. It's 1-0. And so the action is resumed.
Barcelona can do themselves a massive favour by grabbing another one here. Nassaf really look like a team that's set up to absorb pressure. They don't mind being on the back foot.
But with something up their sleeve.
Yeah, they clearly feel they can hit hard on the counter-attack thanks to their pacey options.
Now it's Pelé. Now it's Bale. That's really well manoeuvred. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And it's McAllister, looking to pass their way up the pitch. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Alexander-Arnold. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. This is a promising build-up. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Over to the right flank. Drogba. And this is Drogba. Shot a goal! It goes to show he is human after all.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
Almost an hour gone. And he's worked it through. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And Bronkhorst got a long way forward to join the attack. So what can they make of this? Tries to pass it through. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, it's not looking good, Peter. You can't just stop playing once you've gone ahead. You're letting the opposition know that you can be got at, and they can so easily raise the pace and tempo to do just that. That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away, and eventually you might just get that little break.
This is a really front-footed approach.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
That's an imaginative pass. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside.
Substitution on the field. Number 10.
Well, there is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change.
Well, you have to feel a little for the player being taken off here. I think he's been made the scapegoat after that, but I guess something had to be done. I suppose it did need a little change.
Now it's Pele. Pele, great chance! And it's in! And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. He knows it's taken a big and very kind deflection, but he is... Drogba! Crossbar comes to the rescue. Another one of football's and how moments.
Well, at least they're showing some positive intent now, Peter. That's the sort of urgency that's required.
It's Zico! And it's hit the woodwork and out! And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Now that's well seen too. Now it's Drogba. Oh no, that was never going to make it. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
He's looking wide. The ball goes in.
Oh, that's a cracking ball. Too quick for defence and keeper.
Substitution on the field. Number 6.
Now some movement on the bench, and we are going to see a change.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though not quite able.
Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Now it's Pele. Pele. And it's there! And he is just ripping it up! A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Well, look at the manager here, he's absolutely fuming and he has every right to be. You can't win football matches if you give the ball away like that.
And with that, the hat-trick is complete.
Well, talk about being on top of your game. Everything seems to be coming off for him.
3-0 and Zico! It's loose and... Oh, he's been caught on it here! And it's a crossfield ball towards the other flank. Vieira kept his eye on it. And there goes the final whistle. Well, that was a tale of two very different teams. One driven, ruthless, prolific. The other quite the opposite in all of those areas. The result, a very accurate reflection of what we saw. Pele gleefully reminding us of what a superb day he's had at the office. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
I think we just saw a team winning by playing to their strengths. There was a clear picture of what they set out to do, and the players were determined to deliver it, and they did.
My thanks to Jim alongside me, and as the fans make their way home, so must we. Good evening to you. Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury, and seated in the experts' hot seat is our man Jim Beglin.
Hello, Peter, and hello to everyone watching. For me, it's a real thrill to be here.
An intimidating atmosphere in the crowd. A crowd so close to the pitch here in this old-style stadium, the New Balance Arena. If you have just joined, you have just missed the kickoff. That pass isn't the best. Pele is onto it in a flash. And it's Ronaldinho. Can he get it through? Now it's Gnabry. Messi. Gullit. It's run loose. Who's going to get there? And it's Messi. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Now it's Pele. It's Pele! Goal! Barcelona! The movement so precise. The finish sumptuous.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
So, a breakthrough already. Pele. Ronaldinho. Van der Sar clears. And that's been won straight back. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Pepe gets over and intercepts. Messi looking for the run. Rafinha plays a sharp little ball here. He has found the way through. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. And that could set him on his way. Pele unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Nicked it back promptly. That's a good ball out wide. Gnabry. Out for a throw. And it's Zanetti. Has a look up and delivers. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. Now that looks a decent ball. Bergomi cuts it out. Gullit. Oh, good spread. And it's Zanetti. Messi, very much a man of this moment. Messi. 15 minutes till half-time. Now, can they get him away? Oh, well played, well sorted out. Rafinha. Rafinha will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Rafinha going face-to-face with his great rival. Oh, it's come loose! It's gone out for a throw-in. And they've got rid. And he's been shifted off it. Oh, there's a probing ball. And he was quick to react. And he's there to retrieve it. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And here's Ronaldinho. Messi is a player who barely needs an invitation to shoot.
That's going in strongly.
And that's gone loose. And that has left him in a heap. Oh, he's been caught on it here. It's Ronaldinho. Goes for a shot! And no mistake. They are right back in business.
And that comes as a very welcome relief. Now let's see who's got what it takes to seize the initiative from here.
Well, it's taken a big deflection, but boy, he will want that one. And that signals the end of the first period. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time. So, Jim, neither side getting it all their own way so far.
Well, it sets up a very entertaining second half, Peter. Who's going to make the first move, trying to win this, and how they might find a way to sustain good pressure?
Well, it's been a tight game, but one that's packed with incident and talking points. A decent watch this, and it's 1-1 at half-time.
Attenzione, una sostituzione.
So we're into the second 45.
Barcelona have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession and chances. OK, they haven't got much to show for it, but I think it's a case of keep going and eventually you'll get your break.
Rummenigge. Now it's Ronaldinho. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Bullet touches it. Real chance!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Nicely spread. Bullet. Well, here comes the corner. And we have our very first corner. And he gets rid in a hurry. Zanetti running with intent. Zanetti, here it is crossed in. Pepe clears it away. That is ended up in no man's land. No, that's been intercepted. And it's Messi.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Vieira picks it up from the goal kick. Ronaldinho can so cleverly bypass the press. Threads one in. Rummenigge receives it in a wide position. Pele. Ball's played through. Bale is wide and looking to get onto this. Kukçu. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Pele. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble.
Takes a shot! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
It's their second corner of the game. Messi goes short, and here's Messi. Chance! And now they can spring out of defence. Thuram calmly anticipates, strokes it back.
Really got in his face there, and it was well played.
Now it's Ronaldinho. Barcelona have kept their powder dry on the substitution front so far. Could that be about to change?
Well, the manager must be thinking to himself whether he's got a game changer on that bench, and he needs to act quickly.
And he was alert to it. Well, there's the clearance. Pass somewhat off target. Pele. To Marquinhos. Ronaldinho might just make this. And that was asking for too much. Ronaldinho, who does have an assist to his name. It's a pretty loose pass. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less. Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
Bale. This is a promising build-up. Looking to play him in. Well, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense.
Well, a few of his teammates are quite furious with him as they felt they were within reach, but he made nothing of it. His boss doesn't look too amused either.
Sostituzione per il Barcellona.
Corner number 3 coming up.
Messi viene sostituito con il numero 14, Neymar. Attenzione, un cambio.
And that was somewhat errant. Drives it in. Cleared without hesitation. Knocks it out wide. Delivers the ball. Well, some are shouting for a corner, but the referee says goal kick. The final 5 minutes. It'll be a throw-in. And he's managed to gift it back.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Oh, this is Gnabry. Wan-Bissaka. Kokchu. Well, that has not gone well.
Il quarto uomo indica 2 minuti di recupero.
Neymar is a player who's always giving defenders headaches. Lovely passing, lovely movement as well. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. And they can counter here. 90 minutes done then, but that is not the end of it. Well, still no winner, Jim.
Well, we can only hope we get an extra time contest of similar ambition, provided fatigue doesn't begin to play a part.
Well, no winner after 90 minutes, another 30 minutes, hopefully to make a difference. Well, we are already up and running again. Now it's Drogba, and it's Totti. And he's quick to snatch it back. Neymar. Silvestre is looking to influence the game from out wide. Oh, he'd have done well to reach that. Best looking to receive it in space. Silvestre. Looking for options for movement. Hangs in a cross.
When it's delivered early like that, defenders just can't get themselves set.
And that's a goal kick. Nicely aimed pass. Pull it. Great vision. Best. Shoots! Incredible! Just incredible! So is that it? Is this the moment they stole it? His position was perfect, the invitation was there for him, and his response absolutely clinical.
Yeah, it's simply tragic defending when a renowned finisher is ignored. It's how he built his reputation.
Barcelona have their lead.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
Well timed, excellent interception. So just 15 minutes still to come. So the very last of the action is still to come. Two teams separated here by the smallest of margins. Fingernails well bitten everywhere.
Sostituzione per il Barcellona. Numero 2. Vieira.
And so the last chance to find a winner. They have given it everything. It's been grueling. But who will be standing at the very end? No, that was never going to make it. Over to the right flank. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Foul and a free kick in a very dangerous area. And he is going into that little black book. Well, he stayed down and is in very obvious discomfort here.
Well, not the best way to deal with it, but the old threat of pace clearly made him feel attacked.
This time, surely! And that would have been game, set and match.
Just got too eager there, I think, Peter. Had half an eye on the two-goal cushion.
Vermaelen. That's a lovely, neat pass. Neymar. Aims beyond the defence. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. He's found a way through. That's tidy. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested.
Well, the box was just so congested there, Peter. There was absolutely no space to work with.
Now it's Hullet. And it's Neymar. And that's been intercepted.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
Not the most accurate pass. Well, that is one way to stop him. Neymar. Oh, that's well spotted. And that will be it. Barcelona can finally smile now. They have held on in a difficult watch for both sets of fans. A truly emotional roller coaster, that. Pele picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there. So there it is. What struck you most about that?
Well, Peter, this was probably more slugfest than a game of football, but I actually found it very enjoyable. A game that was constantly on the edge as both sides went full pelt trying to win this. A throwback to games gone by.
So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. Good evening to you. Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing.
Well, I'm Peter Drury, and I'm joined in the commentary box by the familiar figure of Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. Hello, everybody. Ready to see what unfolds in this one now.
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. We're up and running then. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Can he get on the end of this? No, it's Kaka. Played in.
Bergomi with the clearance. Throw in. Cleared away.
Oh, that was vital. Tries to play it through. Messi in acres of space out wide.
Well, down the years, of course, Argentina have produced some of the greatest striking talent ever, and Gabriel Batistuta embodies that.
Yeah.
And the shot! And he's done it!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
So the game's first...
It's Pele!
Well, that looked awkward, but he had a good crack at it. Beckenbauer. Oh, that's fabulous. And he's straight offside. Pele. Can he get it? Chance! It's run loose. Oh, he's been caught on it here. And that's been drilled in. Good read, needed to be. Batistuta, forever the opportunist. A sniff, that's all he needs. Pele. Oh, he's been caught. Chance for a shot! They want to be quick to recover this. Oh, that's nice.
We'll simply have to tip his hat to the keeper here because that was a magnificent save.
Played into space. That's a nicely shaped ball. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Akanji makes the interception. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off and it
takes a shot! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
And we have our very first corner. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. And now a sudden chance to counter. Now it's Bale, and he's managed to get free. No, again there's no way through. Nicely weighted ball. Kaka. That has not gone well. Oh, what is? Had a shot! Off the post! Barcelona leading here thanks to that early goal. And the score is 1-0. And he's chosen to go back. Looking to play him in. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. And he's heaved it away. Threads one in, and he's been shifted off it. Now it's Pele. Pele powering forward here. And here's Bale. Bale. Towering header! Firm header, just off target.
That's a really decent chance. Well, yet another interception and a show of anticipation to be commended. Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
There's the shot! It's loose now and they want to get it back. A collective sigh of relief from the defence.
That's great reading of the game and it led to a decent chance. Cracking aggression.
And now they can spring out of defence. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. That's a cute ball. Floated through. And this is Batistuta. Batistuta! And needless to say, that deserved better.
A wonderful ball to play him in like that. Great pace, into feet, nearly superb.
Not the most accurate pass.
Two added minutes
Pele.
has been indicated.
Great ball and he's in here. Oh, good effort.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Kaka quietly revving up. And that brings the first half to a close. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness perhaps the only things lacking. How would you review the first half?
Well, I'm a little bit worried for them and the way they've looked in transitions, Peter. They've been a bit exposed, so they might be only one down, but they can't afford to have any more sloppy moments. Concede another, and we know it's an awful long way back.
Barcelona just about ahead. 1-0. Decent chance! That is decidedly lacking.
I think that's just more proof that this team is very comfortable playing on the break. They're really swift.
Now it's Hullet. He's found a way through. Great vision. It's Pele!
Oh, the ball's run loose here.
Oh,
And again. Oh, good finish.
and there we have it, the two-goal cushion. Satisfyingly simple. There's almost a sense of beauty to this.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
Barcelona are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
You can really sense how important this goal was for them. They needed it, now they have it.
He's found a way through.
That's good defending, very good defending.
Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Batistuta, he has found a way through. Here's a chance!
Oh, that was no routine save.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Nicely shaped ball. Neatly clipped into space.
Bullet! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Bullet actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Corner number 2 then. Messi goes short. Oh, that pass isn't the best.
Is there any support? He might not need it.
Goes long and straight. And now a sudden chance to counter. And here's Hullet. Ball is over the line. Drogba was only too happy to help out in defence.
He's dealt with that very well, Peter. It's a real show of discipline.
And Messi! That was superb goalkeeping.
Messi is offering a wry smile there.
Substitution for Russia.
Corner number 3 coming up.
Didier Drogba. Number 22, Kaplan. Number 3, Rijkaard.
That's really well cleared.
Number 18.
And now they can spring out of defence.
Francesco Totti.
Oh, delightful ball.
Beckham.
Well, momentarily the situation was perilous, but his alertness has saved the day.
If you were looking at the shopping list of what you need in a top defender, that's it.
And he shoots!
He's done very well to get to that.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
So their 4th corner of the game. And now a sudden chance to counter. Now it's Owen. Shot could... Batistuta! Zanetti gets across and deals with it. And it's Totti. And here's Batistuta.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
This looks promising. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Messi. And Messi! Oh, denied! Brilliant brilliantly.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
It's their second corner of the game. And he gets rid in a hurry. Barcelona have the chance to go the other way. Best tries to pass it through, and this is Hullet. He's having a shot! Just cruising! They are cruising! With fun and fury, they continue to do their thing.
That was easy, almost too easy.
Well, so often it comes down to that quality on the final pass, and we've got it here, Peter. The defence might want to have a good look at themselves as to how they let it happen.
And he's done it again, he's got his second. 3-0 and things are starting to look awfully cosy. Barcelona are coasting towards victory. Great chance! Now, who's going to be first to this? Bale, oh, he's been caught napping! And that has been knocked clear. Oh, it's Batistuta. Great pressure, plenty of it. Just 5 minutes left. Pele. It's a really well-measured ball. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And it's Hullet. Oh, good spread. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined.
3 minutes added time.
And that's a throw-in. And the number on the board is 3. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Lobbed in behind.
Well, the moans and groans from the stands now are very audible.
And time is up. Barcelona pretty much in utopia, imposing themselves in the manner they wanted right from the start. A show all about one side's remorselessness, ruthlessness, relentlessness. Bale taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so.
A nearby member of staff.
Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening, and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury, and it's my chance to say that it is an absolute delight to have Jim Beglin beside me.
Hi everyone, and thanks Peter, it's great to be on board.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. So we're very much on the way now. It is our understanding that they've gone with a 4-5-1.
Well, most teams that use this system, Peter, will work it in a way where, yes, they'll have a 4-5-1 shape off the ball, and ideally a 4-3-3 shape on it. We often see that 4-1-4-1 shape too, and that has an obvious flexibility about it. It's a popular managerial selection because of that. It's just extremely flexible with all the numbers I've mentioned.
And it's made its way to him. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. And that's really well manoeuvred.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Oh, good take in a good area. Akanji did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on.
Well, the box was just so congested there, Peter. There was absolutely no space to work with.
No, that's been intercepted.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
We're talking a genuinely stylish player here in Frank Rijkaard. You're not arguing with that, Jim, are you?
No, I've got to totally agree with every word you just said. As holding midfielders go, he is one of the very best. Nothing phases him.
Barcelona couldn't do a whole lot with it there. They could do with more sharpness in their passing. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. And claimed it back swiftly. Vieira. Batistuta. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Threads one in. And he's made sure that's not getting through.
They've been denied a chance to develop any rhythm in the passing department.
Now it's Hullet. It's loose here, and they'll want to reclaim it. Probing pass. Oh, that looks a cracking ball. And this is Batistuta. Oh, that's a fine challenge. No foul, says the referee. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Seedorf cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
He needs a minder, and one of his teammates should be picking up on that, and quickly.
That's a lovely, neat pass, and smartly reclaimed. And it's Batistuta. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. Well read, nice interception. Over to the right flank. Kaká, and he's found a way past. And he has been fouled there. This certainly looks appetising, well within shooting range. Beckham! Nearly, but not quite. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Messi, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. Neither side giving way, it has been tight. And he's managed to get free. Akanji, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. A quick look, thought about cutting inside. He's done well to get that clear. Hullet.
Hullet really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Great chance! And he's got his cross in. And here's Hullet. Beckham. Kaká. So what can they make of this? Well, that looks a decent ball. Van der Sar breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball.
And he could have done himself a massive favour by just...
And it's half-time. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. Not too much so far to lift anybody off their seat.
Yeah, 0-0, but definitely not from the want of trying. There's been plenty of industry and hard work, as well as some good defending, so I wouldn't be too dismissive just yet.
Still waiting for this to take off. It's goalless at half-time.
Substitution for Russia, number 22.
So, into the second half.
Replace him is
Barcelona have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession and chances. OK, they haven't got much to show for it, but I think it's a case of keep going and eventually you'll get your break.
And here's Hullet. And Hullet! Really nicely worked opportunity, that. Some lovely exchanges.
Hullet had the chance of finishing off a fabulous move. At least we saw some terrific high-tempo approach play.
That has not gone well. Serginho picks it up out wide. That's gone all the way through to the keeper. Bale. Vieira. Gets a good foot in there. And this is Batistuta. Zanetti pulls off an exempt... And the whistle has gone for a reckless challenge there. And he has shown him a yellow card.
substitution for Russia, number 27.
Well, there is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change.
Well, I think he'll undoubtedly add more movement and fluidity in the final third with his passing range.
And here's Hullet. That's a good ball. He's gone down, but the referee just tells him to get back up again. Seedorf
are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
Passing is crisp and sharp. Oh, nice touch. Seedorf did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Driven in. That's a decent clearance. And it's Seedorf. Bout of passing here, really easy on the eye. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. And this is Batistuta. Space for him to turn and look. That needed to be better, and he knows it.
Well, you see what a difference it makes to have so many runners into the box. Makes life so much harder for that defence.
Beckham to take it as usual. And that has been knocked clear. And now a sudden chance to counter. Spread to the right. He has found the way through. Pings in across. Messi finds himself offside. That has ended up in no man's land. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
He's in plenty of space here. Messi. Oh, he's been caught napping. Messi with the short one. And now they can spring out of defence.
Substitution for Russia, number 24.
So we have movement on
Beckham.
both benches.
Number 10, Seydorf. Coming on the field.
Pull it.
Number
Nicely
7,
spread.
Pretty robust
Messi.
defending.
Number
Best
8,
is fouled.
Francesco Totti. Substitution in progress.
And he's going to have his name taken. Well, there is concern on the faces of the players standing around him here. Well, that's surely a foul. Free kick.
Well, talk about being caught between a rock and a hard place. I don't think he had much choice there, although he's paid for it.
He'll fancy himself from here.
He's got to have a go at this, and it looks straightforward.
Pull it! Now this could be a chance. It is still anyone's game, 0-0. Totti going about things with real menace. Beckenbauer. Great vision. Cross deflected behind for a corner. Corner number 2 then. And he's there to get it away. Tries to... Oh, he's been caught on it here! And it's Hullet. Chance, surely! And that's a tidy finish. Finally the breakthrough.
There was this feeling that the game was petering out, but credit for never losing their focus despite things not going as planned. Now comes the question, will they stick or twist?
More or less by himself, as cool as you like.
Yeah, he always had...
Real chance! They want to be quick to recover this. Could have won it there and then. He knows that. Oh, he knows it.
Oh, what a stunning save. Absolutely tremendous, and he's kept his team in it. Barcelona clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
Hullet. Hullet! Rude Hullet! That is just a piece of art! About as smooth as it gets. And surely that clinches it. There really is no way back now. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
But Pele! Oh, the ball's run loose. Oh, what has happened here? Decent chance! Oh, that is asking for trouble. Best. Just cruising. They are cruising. And they are tearing the opposition apart here. Simply breathtaking stuff.
6 added minutes.
Terrific goal. What a super sharp finish.
Yeah, the touch before the finish is so often the critical part, and we've just seen an example.
3-0 and things are starting to look awfully cosy. Takes the shot! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? So, third corner of the game. And that should get the job done. Best. He's found a way through. And this is Hullet. That's that, the end. Barcelona pretty much in utopia, imposing themselves in the manner they wanted right from the start. A show all about one side's remorselessness, ruthlessness, relentlessness. Hullet taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so. Well, what are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
Barcelona definitely impressing me here, especially the way that attack clicked. Whether it was link-up play, running in behind, this has just been a great day at the office.
My thanks to Jim. We both wish you a very good evening. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. It is a fantastic, tight venue. The New Balance Arena now looking every bit a 21st century stadium after recent renovations. So things are underway. Well, those of you who followed English football around the turn of the century will certainly know this man well. He is, of course, Giovanni van Bronckhorst, another fine Dutch import who claimed his fair share of trophies whilst on these shores.
And later on in the continent too, Peter. He never really struck me as a flashy player, but rather a model of consistency, adaptability and intelligence. He excelled in one of the hardest roles in the game.
Davids!
That's just playing it safe and simple. It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
No, he wasn't going to let him past. Yamal tries from distance. And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Lamine Yamal really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Thuram gets across and deals with it. Goalkeeper's done supremely well to deal with that. Barcelona with the corner, they're first. Terrific effort! Went with his head but couldn't steer it in. That's travelling a long way. Roberto Carlos gets across to intercept that. So, Jim, what has caught your eye in these early exchanges?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Bale. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Van Bronckhorst.
Bullet really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
He's picked his way through. Oh, this looks sharp. Pass somewhat off target. Now it's Yamal. Oh, that's fabulous. He's having a shot! A real chance and a real let-off.
Yeah, I think that miss is going to give him nightmares for a while.
Oh, can he get onto this? Messi, a player who needs no introduction. And here's Mbappe. Cafu. He's rising! Oh, that's a fair try, but just off target.
Yeah, it's good movement though. A bit unlucky he couldn't actually steer it goalwards.
Now it's Mbappe. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Driving forward. That is good strength. And he's in on goal. Neither of these two want to come off second best. And he's got the beat. Oh, shooting chance! He's done very well to get to that.
Lamine Yamal actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Bergomi gets it away. And now they can spring out of defence. Now it's Messi. He's in, must be! Can he finish? Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it.
I'll tell you, Peter, the keeper owes him big time there. He's lucky his mate was wide awake to that.
Now it's Roberto Carlos. Davids. And here's Yamal. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Shapes to shoot! Goal! to Barcelona! And that will surely go down as one of the easiest goals he could ever score.
Yeah, it's mystifying that a player of his talent wasn't picked up sooner, and he picked them off instead.
So the first moment of real significance.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
Now it's Mbappe. He is through here. Now try to spin that positively. I certainly can't. Now it's Gnabry. Aims beyond the defence. But he's made sure that's not getting through.
Barcelona truly have no need to panic. They can reassess at half-time.
Cafu is one whose deliveries we all know about. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
He made it look a bit predictable.
And this is Pele. That's a good ball out wide. And here's Hullet. Out towards the flank. Chips it through. Hullet finds himself offside. Maldini. Cafu. Now it's Messi. Knocks it into space. Oh, he's bustling through here. There's the shot! And that's a sharp finish. They are purring, truly purring. Speed of thought, efficiency of movement, and certainty of outcome.
Mbappe really can't believe his luck. He was allowed so much room when he should have been boxed in.
And he's done it again. He's got his second. Barcelona are doing very nicely, thank you.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves to go and wrap things up.
Now it's Pele. Shot a goal! He's keen, determined to have his say. And the referee has signalled for half-time.
Well, I don't think most of us were expecting a second, Peter. It's become pretty much the ideal half.
That certainly seems to be the case.
And that ought to encourage an even more ambitious approach in this second half, Peter, with control already established.
So that was the first half, and we will be back with the second half shortly. Away we go again.
I think it'll be fascinating to see how they're going to change their approach here. They have to go for it, try and pull one back, but they also have to be aware that going 3 down will probably seal their fate.
Maldini gets over and intercepts. Now it's Hullet. Messi. Cafu. Now it's Yamal. He's got away. Takes a shot! Now that has posed a few awkward questions.
Yeah, I mean, I guess he tried one of his specials.
Zanetti. Time and again they are repelled. And here's the chance to counter. Well, it just petered out. No penetration at all, having had a great deal of the ball. Oh, that's a... And he shoots! Cafu.
There's no doubt it's a long way back, but they can at least give us something to believe the gap might be closed.
And he was alert to it. Corner number 3 coming up. Barcelona with another chance from a corner. Barcelona get their 4th corner. Only partially clear. And it's Roberto Carlos. And he's got his cross in. Van der Sar claims it. Safe hands. Now it's Hullet. Oh, good spread. Now it's Gnabry. So we've reached the hour mark. Yaya Toure. Roberto Carlos. And he's managed to get free. Mbappe picks it up out wide. Oh, nice touch. Oh, he's defended very well against those tricky feet. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. And a goal kick.
Sostituzione per il Barcellona. Numero 2.
The two coaches are signalling changes here, both at the same time.
Messi. Lasciano il campo per il numero 22. Il numero 14. Neymar.
Threads one in.
That's positional goals, the utilisation of space. Well, from experience, I can tell you he'll get a lot of stick for getting that one wrong.
Hazard. In once more. Back in once more. Bergomi getting this one clear. Barcelona do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way. And here's Hazard.
Oh, sweet feet.
He's picked his way through. Tries to pass it through. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. He's being urged to shoot. Schneider can so cleverly bypass the press. Roberto Carlos. It's a pretty loose pass. Neymar. Passing is crisp and sharp.
Oh, nice one too, very nice.
Bale. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. And it's Bale. Neymar. Well seen. Saw that coming. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
He's found space here. Oh, great leap! And yes, it's there! Back within one! They have them in their sights again! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
A shift in momentum, perhaps.
Well, I think they have every chance of levelling this now, Peter, but they've got to stay calm and not go completely gung-ho. They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Pass is just off target.
Barcelona really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks, and sustain some pressure.
Now it's Drogba. Now it's Schneider. He has found a way through. It's Schneider! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Now the cross. It's out of play, and it is a goal kick. Has a look up and drives it forward. Now it's Bale. Tries to play it through, and he welcomes it in. And it's made its way to him. O'Shea clears it away. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Well, this was a game they could...